Recently, I had a discussion with a friend of mine who is in her 50s and she is just starting to save for retirement and is pretty stressed and despondent that she waited this long. And this is very common. A recent report just came out with some interesting stats about retirement. And it said that 70% of retirees who are already retired regret not starting to save earlier, and 82% of workers currently working are considering delaying retirement because of financial reasons, because they didn't start early enough. And only 20% of middle-class households, those making between $50,000 and $200,000, are very confident with a comfortable retirement. Some of the reasons cited are inflation and high living costs as significant barriers. In the last few years, we've had a lot of inflation. The cost of everything has gone up on an average of 25% over the last 4 years. So it's no wonder that retirees and people planning their retirement are stressed about retiring and not feeling like they can retire on time and want to delay retirement. And let's break that down by demographic. So 40% of U.S. workers feel like they're behind on their retirement planning due to insufficient income, debt, or just starting late to contribute. And among the generations, 37% of baby boomers feel like they're behind, 26% of Gen X, and 13% of millennials feel like they're unprepared for retirement. Notice how, as the ages go down, their confidence level goes up. I think that's either they're just not thinking about retirement, or they're not planning for it, or hopefully they are and they're starting early. So as the Japanese saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 100 years ago, and the second best time was today. So what can we do to plan for a healthy retirement, to get out of this pool of people that are delaying retirement or that they're just not feeling like they're prepared? Obviously, starting to put money into a 401k or an IRA starting now is the best time, especially if you're watching this and you're younger. Don't think that you can wait until you're 50 to start planning. Planning for retirement isn't something for old people, which is kind of the general sentiment for people like my friend who didn't prioritize planning for retirement until she's 50. Even though retirement might seem a long way off if you're in your 30s or 40s or even 20s, the sooner you plan now and start to save now, the better you will be when retirement age comes, and the less you will actually have to save. If you are in your 20s and 30s, you can put a bunch away now for retirement and then don't have to contribute as much in your later years. That's called coast fire for the people in the fire movement, where you put in a lot of money in your 20s and 30s and then scale down and just let that money build. So those of us that are planning for retirement, a couple of things that you can do. Number one, I just mentioned, you can start early and then automate any kind of investment. Automatically contribute to your 401k. The average contribution to 401k is about 14.5% right now in the US. And financial advisors, like I used to be, suggest you need to be between 14 and 20%. And the older you get, if you're behind, the more you should be contributing. And why is it 14%? Because generally people put in about 9%, and they just put in enough to get the match from their employer and no more. And that's admirable to be putting in up to the match, but you should be putting in as much as you can, especially if you are behind. So start early and automate. And then as you get a raise, then escalate your contributions to your 401k. Number two is catch-up contributions. If you're 50 years and older, you can add an extra $7,500 annually to your 401k beyond the $23,000 limit for 2024. So take advantage of that catch-up contribution to both your 401k and your IRA. You can contribute a little bit extra in your IRA, $1,000 extra. And then if you need to, delay retirement from 65 to 70. That can reduce your shortfall. Say if it's short, that can reduce your shortfall because it gets you more time gives you an extra 5 years to let those assets accumulate, and you're contributing more, and also lets them grow more. And also, if you wait and delay retirement, that increases your Social Security. The later you take Social Security, the higher those benefits are. And it goes up by about 8% per year until age 70. So think about going from age 62 to 70. Every year you delay, then those benefits go up by an average of 8%. So that can help you maximize your Social Security income. So start early and automate, catch up on your contributions, delay retirement, and put as much money as you can, and let the power of compound interest and time help you shore up your investments. So I would love to hear from you. At what age did you start saving for retirement, and do you feel like you're behind like the majority of Americans do? If you found this interesting, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out this video that I made that talks more about how you can save.